It began with silence, the kind that hums before chaos. In February 2022, the world watched Ukraine stand alone before a storm many believed would consume it in days. Experts predicted collapse, headlines echoed Kyiv will fall, and yet it didn't. Instead, something extraordinary unfolded. Against all odds, a smaller nation armed with determination, courage, and Western intelligence began dismantling one of the largest armies on Earth, piece by piece, drone by drone, strike by strike. But this war isn't just about territory anymore. It's a psychological chess match, a war of shadows, precision, and endurance. Ukraine has learned to fight not just with bullets, but with data, deception, and time itself. Now, ask yourself, what happens when a country learns to turn survival into strategy? That's exactly where Ukraine's brilliance lies. Every move, every silence, every explosion is part of a long game, a campaign to stretch Russia's resources thin, to grind its economy, and to expose the fractures in its empire. Sounds like a movie, doesn't it? Except it's painfully real, and the ending hasn't been written yet. The early days were brutal. The skies roared with missiles, cities burned, and millions fled. Yet in that chaos, Ukraine adapted faster than anyone expected. While Russia threw everything it had, Ukraine focused on precision, not power. Western intelligence gave the eyes, Ukraine provided the hands, and together they turned confusion into control. Remember those long nights when Kyiv's skyline glowed orange? Each flash wasn't just destruction, it was defiance. Behind every counterstrike was a calculation, a message to the world: we will not break. Fast forward to now, the battlefield has changed. Ukraine is no longer fighting for survival, it's fighting for momentum. Long-range strikes have turned Russian oil refineries into fireballs, disrupting fuel supplies and pushing Moscow's economy toward panic mode. These aren't random hits. They're part of a silent economic siege designed to make Russia bleed slowly. And just when Russia thinks it's catching its breath, another surprise comes. Did you hear about Ukraine's Puffy Neptune? The new missile variant that can reach nearly 500 kilometers, enough to put Moscow in range? Yeah, that's not just a weapon. It's a message. Nowhere is safe anymore. But behind the victories lies a darker question. How long can Ukraine sustain this? Its people are exhausted, its infrastructure fragile, yet its will remains unshaken. Every drone that flies over Russian soil carries not just explosives, but the weight of an entire nation's hope. And here's where the story takes a twist. Ukraine's real weapon isn't military tech. It's endurance, a kind of resilience that doesn't fade under pressure, but grows stronger. And the world? It's watching, calculating, wondering what happens if Ukraine doesn't stop. Because make no mistake, this isn't just Ukraine's fight anymore. It's a test of global endurance, of how far nations will go when freedom is on the line. And as the lines blur between offense and defense, truth and propaganda, victory and survival, one thing becomes terrifyingly clear. The rules of modern war have been rewritten, and Ukraine holds the pen. So stay with us, because in the next part, we're diving deep into how Ukraine transformed from prey into predator, and what that means for the future of global warfare. You'll want to hear this.